When we were investigating the coder class, you could see two fields that we never actually used or instantiated: age and gender. We are going to need them now. Open the Diet Planner class, and as you can see in the constructor, we need to provide three parameters: protein percentage, fat percentage, and carbohydrate percentage. They all need to add up to 100, but whether it's 10-10-80 or 30-30-40 is up to you. Coders may have different dietary needs, so diet planners are quite flexible. This class contains some fancy functions that calculate the recommended calories intake based on our gender, age, weight, and height. We are not going to delve into the details. Instead, we are interested in the calculate diet method. This function accepts a coder and creates a new diet plan for the coder. Navigate to the diet plan class, and you can see four fields: the number of calories, and then protein, fat, and carbohydrate expressed in grams. Now we want to unit test the public calculate diet method. Right-click Diet Planner and choose New JUnit test case. Instead of source main, choose source test and leave all the other options as default. If we go back to the Diet Planner class for a second, you can see that there is a subtle difference as compared to previous unit tests. Calculate diet is not static. This means that we'll need a Diet Planner object to invoke it, and this will make our unit testing slightly different as well. In the Diet Planner test class, we need to have an object of Diet Planner class. So we are going to create a private field of Diet Planner type, which is called Diet Planner. Note that this field is not initialized yet. It's not a good idea to initialize it inside the unit test, because then you would have to initialize it separately in each unit test. On the other hand, we don't want to initialize it directly here, because unit tests should be independent of each other, and we want to have a brand new instance of Diet Planner each time we run a test. Instead, we can write a method which is typically called void setup and annotate it with @before each. As the name suggests, this function will be invoked before each unit test. Inside, we want this diet planner to be a new diet planner with the following arguments: 20, 30, 50. That means 20% protein, 30% fat, and 50% carbohydrates. At this point, a new diet planner instance will be created for us before each test. And now we can finally get down to writing a unit test for the calculate diet method. Let's name the test should return correct diet plan when correct coder. As usual, we'll use the given when then syntax. And for the given part, let me copy paste the data, but you can pause the video and type it yourself. We have a sample coder, and we also have an expected diet plan that I pre-calculated for this coder before recording this video. Pause the video and make sure you have the same information on your screen. In the when section, we want to have a diet plan actual equal to diet planner calculate diet for the coder. Now, you may be tempted to write the following assertion: assert equals expected actual. But if we run the test, you can see that it fails. Unfortunately, we've got the same problem we had with arrays. These two different objects cannot equal when we use assert equals. These are two different objects in the memory. What we want to do instead is use assert all and then inside it check for equality on each and single field. Let me copy and paste the code. Make sure you have the same code on your screen. And you can see that we use assert equals on every field inside the dietplan class. Now, if we run the test again, it passes. We've seen add before each in action, but we can also use add after each on a method that should be invoked after each unit test. It is used much less frequently than add before each, but chances are you will use it when writing some more complicated unit tests. Let's create a method named void after each and annotate it with add after each. Let's say the method will only print a line to the console with system out print line and the following string: a unit test was finished. Okay, and if we run the test again, you can see the sentence printed in the console output. So this is how you typically use add before each and add after each in your unit tests.